What up? I just wanted to throw a little video out here. It's the 4th of July today, and I guess the camera's here. Um I don't know. So today's plans were just to kind of get some stuff off my chest here, but today's plan was quite a few weeks ago, the mother of my son asked me if I wanted to be him on the 4th of July. Now, I know better than just to get a random offer to have him on a holiday, because every other holiday or any other situation where it's not my weekend or my time, I get, you know, zero information, or if I ask, I already have plans. But this time she offers it, but then she lets me know on the back end that they're having a 4th of July party in the backyard, with a bunch of people coming over, and she isn't so sure that she wants to have a 2-year old, 2.5 year old running around, because that takes a little bit of, watching, not just the 4-year old or anything else, but, specifically you have to really watch, which I agree, you do. You have to put, I have absolute focus on my son. When he's with me, I am with him at all times. Like, if he's in the bath, I might step away for 2 seconds, but I have my eyes on it. I have a camera in the house that I can rotate, but I'm never that far away. He's with me. If I have to go anywhere, out of the house or anything, he is with me. And that's, my son. I love him. He's my everything. Nothing else is more important. So I don't care if it's a holiday or not. So basically it was said, hey, you want to take him? And I said, absolutely, anytime that I could take him, I would love to. I just have to find out if I work or not. Now, I just found out yesterday, middle of my shift, that I wasn't going to be working today, which, again, on that side, was they didn't want to pay double time to people, so they gave us a day off without pay, which still mind-boggling and baffling to me that, you could ever have federal holidays like this where you're off and no pay. Hi, Leia. You're on camera. Say hi. You shake? Shake. Good girl. You're lucky. Here's the girls. Say hi to the camera. Hi. Anywho, so last week the mother of my son and I got into it because she said that I agreed. Hi. I agreed to take him and that I was going to be off work. And I said, well, I never knew that I was off work. I said that I had to find that out. And last week I had to go to all my stops and find out who was running and who was down what days so that we could figure out the route and what was going on. Some people still have, still work today because their route needed product handled today. Like, it had to have it. So that is out there. So anywho, I found out that I was going to be off after that huge fight, and her thing was that they already had plans in their party, and she thought I was taking him. So I told her, I was like, hey, I have the day off, but it still doesn't fix the problem that I can't keep him overnight because I still have to go into work tonight, the night of the 4th into the 5th. Because I wake up at 2:30 in the morning and I go into work at 3:30 in the morning. So the plan was that I was going to take him for, quite a few hours today, which I was perfectly happy with. But I was super, super low on funds. Like, my gas tank was on E, and both my vehicles. The only thing I had my motorcycle. Obviously, I can't go pick my son up on my motorcycle. And I get paid Thursday. I missed a day of work on the previous check. I get paid weekly, and I lost like $150 because I lost my hourly driver bonus, and I lost 12 additional hours, and I was at 45 hours, so I had 5 hours overtime. I lost 12 hours. It would have put me up close to 60 hours on that paycheck. So huge loss on that paycheck that happened, which made money really tight with all the bills that I had on the back end of the month coming into the first for rent. So with all that being said, she's aware that I'm tight on funds. I'm low on funds. I got this piggy bank that was from Among Us or whatever, the imposter thing. I saw it. It was on clearance at Walmart. It was like $10. And I know that her oldest son, Landon, loves that. So I saw it, and I just bought it to give to her for him. Didn't expect anything back. So today, she says, hey, I can send you, she told me the other day she didn't do it, but today she did. And she said, hey, I can send you $10 for that bank for gas. So what we normally do is we usually meet at Speedway in Sandusky because I'm in Norwalk or I'm in Port Clinton, and it's about 20 minutes for me, and she's in Norwalk Milan. It's about 15, 20 minutes for her. So it's about the halfway point for us. So that's where we normally meet for our drops when we have to do a face-to-face exchange if it's not, me picking up from daycare or her. So that's what we were going to do. We were going to meet there. But then she says, hey, can you bring him back to me later before you go to bed? So from my place in Port Clinton to her house, her sister's house, it's 45 minute drive. So you're looking at an hour and a half to 2 hours. The exchange is going to take 5 to 10 minutes or so, you know, discussing, at the back end, getting him out, giving her his stuff and whatnot. So I'm looking at nearly 2 hours in drive time to take him back when I already have no additional funds. I'm at a spot where I'm going to have to take change to a Coinstar to get some money so that I can make it to Thursday. Because again, my gas tank's on E. So I asked my brother. My brother was able to send me a little bit of money, like $20. I asked for 10, and to get me through for a couple days for gas. Very thankful on that. So I was driving, and I was trying to get Port Clinton's gas is always a lot higher than anywhere else because it's a tourist area. So I was trying to get to Sandusky. It just hit E on the way home from work the other day, so I figured I could make it back to Sandusky. Never had an issue. I haven't ran out of gas since I was a teenager. I'm going down Route 2 towards Sandusky, from anybody that's local and knows, and I'm coming up between Route 101 and Route 4, right up over O'Reilly Road on Route 2, and I ran out of gas. So I send her a text to let her know, hey, I ran out of gas. And she says, well, I'm already on my way. I'm almost there. Fine, I'm going to turn around. I'm going to tell her, well, hold on. My sister's in the area. I can try to have her come pick him up from you. And then she says, well, Corey already turned around. So first it's, you're coming. And then second, it's, you weren't even there at all. You're at home, already drinking. And you sent your husband, which is not a problem. Me and him had fine exchanges, but it was just, you made it this whole thing. So instead of them offering any help, I was left on the side of Route 2 while people were zooming by 70 to 90 mile an hour because everybody's in a hurry on the 4th of July. Zooming past, not even switching lanes when there's opportunities. Nobody's slowing down. They're just whizzing by. I was, on the side of the highway for about 30, 40 minutes. My sister was going to come help, but my buddy Corey, he was able to come get me easier. It was going to be a lot easier than my sister backtracking the way that the highway was set up. So my buddy brought a gas can, filled it up, threw some gas in my vehicle. At that point, I'm like, well, I guess I could try to go pick my son up from their house. I mean, it sucks having to use, all this gas to do it, but I would love to see my son. And she just stops answering. So at this point, I'm like, all right, well, I guess my fourth is blown. I don't get to see my son today. And she's just being petty, not answering anymore. Basically upset that I ran out of gas and blaming me. It's just a whole ordeal. So it just bothered me. Like, the biggest thing that bothered me is that just because it's a holiday or the 4th of July, like, you have to have a party and you have to drink. Like, be an adult, be a parent. If you know that, I have to go to bed at 8, 9 o'clock to get up for work at 2 in the morning, and I'm offering to take him so that you can enjoy this party and you're not babysitting, focused on a child so that you can enjoy yourself. I know that she loves her kids. That's not in question at all. But it baffles me at some of the times where, like, the only time she offers me anything is when it's going to benefit her. Like, she does nice things for me. She helps in certain situations. But, like, child support, she didn't give me any leeway. She wouldn't take anything less. She stayed firm on what she wanted instead of helping me. She keeps I'm fine with child support, but the amount that I pay, and she doesn't offer any of it to me. Like, some parents that are co-parents, they have a bank account that they share that money for the child so that both households can have an equal household for the kid. My son's my most important thing, so anytime that I can help, I do that. Like, the other day, I bought a box of diapers for $30, and I split it in half because I knew that daycare needed diapers. So I kept one sleeve, and I gave her the other sleeve. I broke it in half, and I got that piggy bank. So there was about $30 right there that I handed over on top of the $400 a month that I pay in child support. Do I get a thank you? No. Do I get any help ever as I'm a one income household and she's a three income household? No. No appreciation, none of that. Just anytime that she can, make things tough and be a pain in the butt, she'll do it. And again, she's the mother of my son. I care for her. I'll always care for her, but it's just there's so many times that I just feel like it's narcissism and that it's only about her and her household, that it doesn't matter what's going on over here. Like obviously she cares about the situation for Liam, but it just shows, anytime that there's anything that's needed, like she delivers it as that she's trying to be nice and give me something, but it's only because it's benefiting her. Like she's allowing me to swap days from my Thursday where I pick him up this week. It's not my weekend. Instead of me picking him up Thursday, I'm gonna pick him up after I get off work Friday. I don't work Fridays. I have Fridays off, but because I lost today with no pay, I'm gonna make up that day of pay. So she graciously allowed me to swap the days, but only because she has to work Saturday and doesn't want to leave one of her kids home alone. Not gonna get deep into that, but it's just so baffling that like instead of just having a good heart and saying, hey, here, I want to do this for you, it's only when it benefits her or benefits their household. And it bothers me because like I'm a genuine person. I'm gonna do anything I can. Like the little act that I did for her son. Like the kids are the most important. So anything that I can do to be helpful to anybody, especially the mother of my son, I'm gonna try to do. And it's so vindictive and it just bothers me that, there are so many people out there that are less fortunate, so many single mothers out there that aren't with the father, that aren't in the picture or do not help whatsoever. Like they barely they do the bare minimum. Me, I pay the child support. When I was off work, I even made manual payments to the child support to make sure that she was getting something. I help. I try to give extra things even though I'm getting smashed on child support. I still try to provide diapers and wipes and other things. Like I do lots. Um, if she needs me to take him because they have something going on, I will take that. Like even if I had stuff going on, any extra time that I get with my son, it's most important to me. And you'll know that when he's older, that like, listen, Dad's always here. Dad's always gonna have your back. Dad's always gonna make time for you. He's gonna drop everything to make sure that he's there for you, me, for him. And it just hurts and it sucks that I don't have that common courtesy back on her end. As somebody that we had a kid together, no matter the circumstances, and the fact that I am the father of your son. I wish that it was a little equal on both ends, but that's wishful thinking. You're always gonna get let down or get hurt when you rely and have expectations, people. You just kind of got to do your best. Try not to react because sometimes, and I believe on her end, that she just feeds off of those reactions. But I just wanted to throw this out here. I am going to post this. I'm sure she'll see it and she'll give me some shit because she'll just hear the negative. But I don't know. It just kind of goes to the thing is like, there's tons of people out there that have to co-parent. And hopefully this kind of opens their eyes to, working together. But I don't know. Just at one point, I would just, hope and wish that their household can be more of a team with me. And when things are going sour, like be more helpful. Because me, I'm doing a majority of the driving all the time. Like she never comes out here to pick him up from my house. And even in the handbook for the child support order and stuff, like the parent who's getting the child, like coming into possession of the child, is supposed to pick up that child. So I could be like, hey, you're coming to pick him up from my house. I'm not driving, but I don't do that. I meet in the middle. Like I'm very I compromise. I try to be as cordial as I can, and I don't feel like I get that same respect. So that's where I'm at. 4th of July. Some people would rather drink and party and not be responsible and have a couple drinks and enjoy yourself and then sober up and chill out and then come meet. Or, have somebody else who doesn't drink, like your sister who you said you were going to have her, drive you or come get him, meet me. Like to have me, especially when I have to work and I'm already taking him instead of going to sleep early, I'm taking him for most of the day was what the plan was. so that you can enjoy yourself, and then to still want me to have to drive all the way there, 40 minutes and then 40 minutes back. Just the audacity. That's where I'm at. Just wanted to do this rant, have a little discussion, and, you know, fuck it. Can't expect everybody to be good people. So that's where we're at. Love y'all. Make sure you tell somebody you love them. Coming back in the journey, making content, especially trying to do it at home on my PC. And, we'll see what happens here. So just thankful that, I got to wake up and I'm here and alive, and we'll see what comes of the day. One day at a time, guys. Hang in there. If you ever need anything, feel free to reach out, comment, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Follow, join the groups, and be safe, guys. Love y'all.